Good day and welcome to the channel. In this short video, we are going to explain how to properly demote a Windows domain controller so that it is a member server and not a domain controller anymore. And you can see here we have a lovely high quality Windows Server 2012 R2. It's a DC. We don't want it to be a DC anymore. So how do we properly demote this? Well, there are 4 steps that you need to go through, all of which are very easy. So let's go through them. The first thing is to make sure that this server is not a flexible service master. It's not an operations master. It holds none of the FSMO roles. Basically, they are what back in the day we would have called the PDC or primary domain controller roles. We don't call them that anymore, and if you actually use those words, Microsoft will get mad at you. So how do you do that? Well, there's a bunch of ways. One, you could simply go to a command prompt and type in netdom space query space FSMO, FSMO, and it'll give you the list. Most people don't want to do this because they don't like doing command line, but just make sure if you do command line that you can see that the server you're working on isn't listed as a FSMO. The easiest way to do it for most people is simply to go into ADUC, Active Directory Users and Computers, right-click on your domain and select Operations Masters, and just confirm all 3 of these are not the DC in question. That would be very bad. And then also go into your Active Directory Domains and Trusts, right-click on the Active Directory Domains and Trusts at the top and select Operations Masters. And again, just make sure that the domain controller in question is not currently a FSMO. That's the first thing, pretty easy. Next thing to do is consider DHCP and DNS. So DHCP is going to be killed when you demote your domain controller. So you need to have moved your DHCP to a different server in advance. How do you do that? It's pretty straightforward. What you would do is you right-click. Well, there's a lot of ways to do it, but the easiest way is to simply go to your old domain controller, right-click on IPv4 and select Configure Failover. And we'll put the rest of the steps here, but it's pretty much click Next, other than the question of what type do you want, and you're looking for a load balancer. And I usually set the percentage to 80-20, and then let it run for a week or so that all of the old leases get kicked over to the new server. It's pretty straightforward. Now, in our case, we've already done that. Old DC is ready to be demoted. We need to make sure that it's not a failover partner. How do you do that? Well, you go to the new DHCP server, in our case, the new domain controller, and you notice the background here is different. This is server 2022. Go to your DHCP, right-click on IPv4, select Properties, click on Failover, and click the Delete button. So let's do that. Are you sure you want to do that? Oh yeah. Deleted. Close. Now in Failover here, you can see there's nothing. And while we're at DHCP on the new server, we need to make sure that it's no longer handing out DNS pointing to the old server. So how do you do that? Well, go to your scope options, find your DNS, just double click on it. And if the old server is there, remove it. And just before you actually do the demotion, you should also check to make sure that the DNS on your statically addressed devices, including your new server, doesn't have the old server in it. So how do you do that? Well, click on the networking and select network and internet settings, and then click change adapter options, then find the NIC in question and go to properties, double click on IPv4, and I would go into advanced immediately and just look straight at the DNS tab and make sure that the old server is not listed anywhere. And you're going to want to do that on any of your statically addressed devices, things like printers and other domain controllers, member servers, things like that. Okay, let's assume that's all done. Now, how do you actually perform the demotion? That's step 4, and not very hard. And now we're back on the old server that we're actually going to demote. And you simply go into Server Manager and into Remove Roles. So Manage, Remove Roles and Features, click Next, and remove ADDS, Active Directory Domain Services. You can remove the management tools, which is the default option, or you can leave them on if you want to have them in the future. So Active Directory Users and Computers, things like that are still available, but this won't be a DC. It'll just be a member server that happens to have ADUC on it. And you'll see there's a crisis here. It says remove roles and feature wizard, blah, 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 found problems. The Active Directory domain controller needs to be demoted before ADDS role can be removed. Demote this? Yes, so click that little blue link. Now there's a checkbox here that says force the removal of this domain controller. do not check that unless the domain controller in question has somehow fallen off the network. So we see this with domain controllers that have been powered down for 10 months. There was an office that was moving from physical site A to physical site B, and for some reason the DC just didn't get powered up, and now it's stale and it needs to be removed forcibly. Yeah, but in most cases, you do not want to do that. Forcing the removal is ripping it out. No, we want to do it gracefully. Just click next. This domain controller is DNS and a global catalog. You sure you want to get rid of this? Proceed with removal and click next. Remove DNS delegation. Yep, next. Now, as you probably know, domain controllers do not have local admin accounts. That was a backdoor that was available in the old NT4 days, and they fixed that by removing it. So if you take a DC and you make it a member server, you have to set a new password. So let's set a new password. Now, because it's still going to be part of the domain, you probably don't need that, but you might in the future. So that's the local administrator account. So let's click next. Oh, I didn't set it to be complex enough. It still has to meet the domain requirements. This is only very complex. I need to make it super very complex. Let's select next. Remove Active Directory from this computer. When the process is complete, this server will be a member of the domain. Remove DNS delegation. Yes, that's correct. Then in the bottom right, click the demote button, and it's off. We'll be back in a few minutes when it's done. All right, that took about 20 minutes, so now we just need to make sure it completed properly. Now, I left users and computers on the original old DC, but I can get to it from any of the DCs and or even my local computer if I have the ADUC tools installed. And because I have it pixelated out, I've realized you can't see this, but the machine in question that used to be a DC now shows up in the computer's OU. That's where the demotion automatically moves it to. So I need to relocate it to where my servers go. There we go. And while it's not required, just as a matter of good digital hygiene, you really should deactivate your DHCP so that it's not allowed in Active Directory. So you can see we're on the old server here that we're demoting. Just right-click on your DHCP and select Unauthorize. And it says removing authorization from the server will cause DHCP to stop responding. That's the point. Yep. Click it yes, and then press the F5 key on your keyboard, and you can see these are now down. This is no longer authorized, so Windows computers will not even attempt to get anything from here. Now you can see there's no scopes, so there's nothing for it to get. But just on principle, this really isn't a DHCP server anymore, so clean it out properly. Now in DNS, it's been properly stripped out. So you can see there's no forward zones, and it's not authorized to do anything. And that is how you know your demotion was successful. So, hey, if you found this video useful, big thumbs up would be super appreciated. Subscribe's also always appreciated. Or you can leave a question or comment below, and if I don't get back to you, somebody else will, because on YouTube, everybody's got an opinion. Thanks, and have a good one. Bye.